Kevin?
Thank you, Huntley. I'd like to thank all of you all for coming tonight. Of course, I'd like to thank Blair for being such a gracious host. It's the first time I've met you, but thank you very much for offering your house to us tonight. And Brooke, thank you so much for convincing your father that I was worthy enough to come out here and share his backyard with him. And of course, thank you all for coming. And it's lovely to be here in Rappahannock County this evening. I'm going to keep it kind of fairly short because one of the things when I decided to run for office is when I'm at a thing like this, I don't like to hear someone go on forever. So I'm going to try and keep it short. But I want to give you just a little bit of background on me and sort of hopefully convince you that that's a reason why you should vote for me on August 23rd, which is the Republican primary. I was born overseas. I was born in Germany. My father was in the Air Force at the time. Shortly after that, he went to work for the federal government, the three-letter acronym, the CIA. I used to not be able to say that. I learned that when I was 16. I lived overseas pretty much all my life. We moved every 2 years, so I've lived on 5 different continents. I haven't been on Antarctica, and I have not been in Australia. All the other continents I've lived on. My dad got a stateside assignment in the early 70s, so we moved to Manassas. I was lucky enough to go to high school in Manassas, and there I met my lovely Valley girl, Tanya. For those of you who do not know Tanya, my wife Tanya, I think I introduced her to everyone when they came in. Tanya is actually from the Shenandoah Valley, from Woodstock. Her family has a farming background over in Shenandoah and a small business background. One side of her family had a Jackson's Grocery in downtown Woodstock for years, and in addition to having some land outside of town. And the other side of the family, their old farm is now a place called the Rivered Inn.
Oh, really?
It's the Rivered Inn.
Yes. You'll have to ask her the stories about the pig pen, you know, at the Rivered Inn. But anyway, so Tanya and I met in high school. We got married. Moved to Warrenton in 1988. We've been married for 33 years now. I've got a small business in Manassas, and I've been involved in the Chamber of Commerce in Manassas for many years. Now, I appreciate the countryside. I love the countryside. But a lot of people from Warren County, from Culpeper, from Rappahannock, from Fauquier, they go into Prince William, Fairfax, D.C. to make their living. I think the percentage is 72% in Fauquier County. I don't know the exact percentages in some of the other county, but I know the percentages are high. So I do make my living from Northern Virginia, as do a lot of folks who live out here. I've been involved in the Chamber of Commerce there for years. My involvement in the Chamber has been primarily in economic development and their Government Affairs Committee. As a matter of fact, when the 2 chambers of commerce in Prince William County merged last year, I'm a past chairman of the board of the Prince William County Greater Manassas Chamber. But when the 2 chambers merged, they came to me and asked me to chair their Government Affairs Committee, which one of the whole reasons for merging the chamber was the increased lobbying that and power that could bring to the business community in Northern Virginia. So I think me as a candidate, I'm a conservative Republican. I do believe in small government, lower taxes. I know how Richmond works. I've been to Richmond for years, going down and lobbying on Chamber Day. I think that small businesses and the private sector create jobs, and whether that's a job in IT, whether that's a job in the agriculture industry, small businesses, small farms, agriculture, they're all job creators in Virginia. So I believe in job creation. I believe in private property rights. So you folks out here who own property and have the opportunity to put it in land conservation, I applaud you for doing that. I applaud the fact that you have the ability to make that decision and take that step if you so wish. So my campaign is primarily keeping Virginia's economy strong. I appreciate what Huntley said about me. I do think I bring a practical and a common sense approach would bring to the House of Delegates. I think someone with a small business perspective would be good in the state legislature, because so often laws get passed down there and the unintended consequences of what happens you don't find out till later, and you find out that with federal laws too.